So yesterday I forced myself to actually go out. Not just hiding in here like I always do because I'm afraid of people. It seems like sometimes I can't walk outside with people giving me hateful comments about me, and I take that personally. For years, I believe what haters have to say about me is true. I listen to everyone else except for myself. But I wanted to do something for myself, like right now. If I'm gonna ever try to get myself healed from depression and social anxiety disorder, I'm gonna have to take charge on my own. And um, so what I ended up doing was I went to go to the movies alone. Because, like, really, like I said in my last vlog, what choice do I have? I don't know anyone. I don't have family, friends, or anything. But that's the life lesson that I needed to learn right now. Is that I need to learn how to. It's probably a good thing that I need all this alone time so I can figure myself out, like in terms of how I can go gradually transition back into the real world and stand on my own 2 feet instead of being codependent on everyone all the time. Um, but depression didn't help matters. So, but I wanted to say to myself that it's time for me to stand up against my social anxiety and do something fun. Yeah, there's going to be people everywhere you go, so let's challenge that one step at a time. So I went to the movies and I actually did it. It was such a good feeling. I actually went to the movie, sat down, I did not run away, and I stayed for the whole thing. And it actually gave me a little bit of confidence, I have to admit. It did, not a lot, but a little bit, and I actually walked out smiling, just a tad. I don't smile a lot because I look ugly when I smile, and smiling is a useless point of time. But, I was happy that I actually went through with this and was brave enough to stay. And um, the movies is, so I went to see Power Rangers, and I have to tell you, if it was any other movie, um, the only other movie I know that's out right now is Beauty and the Beast, which I'm never a fan of in a way. Um, if it was any other movie, I wouldn't have gone. So Power Rangers once again inspired me to at least get out. I've been a huge childhood fan since I was 7 years old. When Day of the Dumpster, which was the pilot episode, was aired. It's been on ever since, although I only grew up with the first 6 seasons, and then I forgot about it for 14 years. 14 years later, I hear from Amazon that they were releasing a DVD and all through the DVDs. I was able to catch up on what I missed out. So as you can see here, um, all of this is basically Power Rangers, except for this, which is actually where Power Rangers originated from, which is Super Sentai, which I actually did not know until like 2013. So all those times where dragons were like attacked the factory, I kept asking myself, aren't construction workers tired of rebuilding the same factory just to be destroyed again? Oh, I remember childhood. I remember stuff like that. Oh, good times, good times. I was even the Red Power Ranger when I was 8 years old, and I dressed up in this costume. Um, and in the 4th grade, and I believe it was for Halloween. Um, it was fun. I had a lot of fun, and I remember collecting some of the toys. The one that sticks out to me was actually the Blue Ranger action figure from when McDonald's have like um, add toys to the Happy Meals and stuff. So I remember it was a lot of good times, and that's what forced me to go out. Like I said, if it wasn't for Power Rangers, I would have probably just sat in here. So thank you, Power Rangers, and that movie was just fucking amazing. It was like, I knew it would be good, but I didn't know it would be just fucking good. Like, it's one thing to say a movie is good, but it was fucking good. You know, if I had the money to do it, I'll do it. I'll go back over and over again. And actually, there's another movie I want to see. There's another reboot called The Mummy. They're rebooting The Mummy, and I think it comes out in June. So that's I'm gonna try going back to the movies alone again because it was actually very relaxing. I thought I would be embarrassed and shameful, and at first I kind of was. See, here's the thing: when I went into the theater, I was like, yes, no one is in here. See, I was worried that I was gonna be still packed, although it's been a week since the Power Rangers movie has been released, and but I had the whole movie theater to myself for the first 20 minutes. And get this, most of the people that came in there ended up on my row. Like, there were some other people that went in the back row and like one couple in the front. But there's like 3 or 4 rows ahead of me, almost completely empty. There's 3 or 4 rows behind me, only, it's not even half packed. It's only, probably not even a dozen people were back there. But my row, the one row I sat on was almost completely filled. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, I had kids and a family on my right, kids and a family, 2 families on my left. I'm like, of all rows that fills up, the row with the social phobic guy who's just wanting to, for the time being, learn how to get out and do something fun on his own is the one that fills up. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Why? I feel like fate just intentionally crowds me up around people just to shake me up or whatever, just to make me anxious. But you know what? I didn't let that get to me. I was like, yeah, you're fucking kidding me, but I didn't. I actually stayed for the whole movie, and I actually left feeling accomplished, like I finally fought my anxiety. And which means this is how it begins. Now, unfortunately, see, in my last video, I actually recorded it outside while I was walking on my way there. So, and I said that the movie theater I had to walk some ways to actually get there. I took the bus most of the way, but I had to walk down there for the rest. That wore me out. Like, I can only, at this point, because I'm very depressed, because I accomplished one thing, but I'm going to have to continue to do this over and over. But the consequences of me succeeding was that it wore me out. I'm exhausted. I'm like dead tired. I can't. See, I don't walk more than 3 or 4 blocks anymore because depression gives me so much fatigue that I can barely move, and I overdid it. So I'm wiped out today. So what I'm thinking is today I'll rest. Tomorrow the next couple of days I'm going to research some new places and go there. Just to try to get out more. Get used to the thought that someday I'm going to have to be around people all the time. Because trust me, I don't want to live like this. I don't want to live in an apartment that makes me miserable. I want to go back to being an independent adult who can think for himself. But right now, I feel like I'm struggling with that. My depression is just, I've been through a lot. You know, I don't think I really mentioned all the glory details yet. But I've been through too much shit that I would love to hang myself if I could. But even, suicide, I'm too tired to do it. Because like I said, I have a huge fatigue. And, You know, my passion for obviously suicide is pretty much dying out fast, but my depression is still there. It's like very heavy, and I'm really feeling it like right now. But um, I'm hoping that every few days I can get out more and just go somewhere. Try to intentionally go through a crowd. Um, if I can do Power Rangers, if I can go into movies and successfully sit there in a not so crowded movie theater, but enough where I was surrounded by people still, then maybe I can succeed at something else. So I guess we'll see.